Welcome to Sports Blitz Podcast with me, Raleigh Hager.
And Parker Wilford. What's up, guys?
And this is our first episode of hopefully many. And today we're going to talk about sports, if you already didn't know from the name of the podcast. We're going to be talking about, you tell them.
Alright, so first segment of our very first show. It's going to be about the Liberty Flames football. 7-0 football team. How do we feel, Raleigh?
I think we're 8-0 now from the win on Tuesday. So we're 8-0. We have some good wins. It's going to be a great year for the Flames. Have a good quarterback, a good team, good defense, one of the best safeties in the nation.
Raleigh Green.
Yes, and yes, we have some struggles in games like the 13-point win over West Kentucky with 3 blown coverage in the fourth quarter. Just 3 big plays from them that really gave them some motivation. And then you also have against Sam Houston where we won on the final play basically. And then who else? I mean, there were some other close games, but then we got blowouts like against Buffalo. Now, yes, we haven't played anybody big yet, but that's what happens when you go in your first year at the Conference USA and you have to mix up your schedule because we had like some big Power 5 schools. But
of course.
Hopefully next year or the next year when they finish the schedule for it, they'll be better and we'll have better teams and get more rank or better publicity, I guess. But
let's talk about Raleigh Green for a second because I think he has the most interceptions in D1 by a safety right now.
By a safety, yes. And now I think he's pretty close. I don't know if the stats are up, but I could probably look at it right now what the stats are for season leaders. I'm gonna pull that up right now.
I think he's number 1. No, he's number 2. He's number 2 on defensive side, but I think he's number 1 for safeties.
Who's the number 1 person?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I don't know.
But so let's talk about while we're talking about Liberty. Let's talk about Caden Salter's last game against Western Kentucky.
Oh my goodness, what a great game! He's been on fire the past couple of games, anyway.
10 for 15 with 169 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, with 117 rushing yards and another touchdown, so 4 total touchdowns for K-Salt. I mean, he was cooking. He was cooking.
He's cooking. He's burning down the place. He is keeping it afloat.
And no interceptions, and that's what we always want to see. We want to see a big goose egg in the turnovers. So and while we're talking about rushing, let's talk about Quentin Cooley.
Oh my goodness!
If you ever, I don't like gambling, of course.
No.
But if you ever see a Quentin Cooley line for rushing yards, bang the over, bang it.
Over. We always do the over here if we ever did bet.
If we ever bet, because we don't bet.
We don't bet here.
Not at all. No. So, what do you want to talk about next, Raleigh?
Well, we have NCAA going on right now.
Of
yes,
course.
We're doing this at 3:41 in the afternoon on a Saturday. My favorite team is the Georgia Bulldogs. We are playing against Florida. Not Florida. Florida of all teams this year. I love this game. You split it right down.
The Georgia-Florida line rivalry, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Ain't nothing better than college sports except Duke and UNC. Ain't nothing better. The world's largest cocktail party. Now, they're not allowed to call it the world's largest cocktail party, and this stuff. It's called the Georgia-Florida game. But behind closed doors, basically everywhere. We know what it's called.
Yes. Now, this year, I think it's Florida's the home team. Yes, they're wearing the home team, but
it's pretty much, they're both, it's neutral, right? So they're both away.
In Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But, yes, it's in Florida, but dogs travel.
Yeah.
It looks like right now they're looking at the grass. It looks pretty torn up.
It looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
But we love a blue collar game.
A little blue collar. Oh, and ooh.
Oh.
Yeah,
we have a developing story.
It looks like it's just some of the guys are like
slipping and sliding.
It looks like it probably rained there.
I don't know.
But no, down the coast of Georgia and Florida right now, all the way from probably like Savannah down, St. Simon's down, all the way down to Jacksonville. It's frat beach, baby.
Yep.
They're going crazy down there. Everybody dresses up because it's Halloween too. They're getting into the
Of course.
Like, it's just crazy down there right now. Frat beach. And
while we're talking about NCAA, though, let's talk about Oklahoma, Kansas right now.
Yes, it's
13 minutes left, and Kansas has only done 1 with the ball. And it's 3rd and goal on the Oklahoma 3. Now it's 4th and goal on the Oklahoma 1 as we're talking about this.
I would go for the field goal right there.
I probably would, too, because, you're going up anyway, I don't know.
Even if you miss it, you put them at the 1-yard line. Maybe worse if anything happens. But, another thing is Oregon just scored against Utah. So, we got that. there's some big games happening right now. Notre Dame, Pitt. Pitt's not looking that great, but Notre Dame's looking great. We got Duke and Louisville happening.
Let's talk about that game because, if one of those teams loses, which obviously one of those teams will lose.
It just depends.
Do the Flames go in the top 25?
If that game is a close game, no. Just because it's a close game, they're not going to punish a team if they lose on the last second. Now, it doesn't matter about the AP poll this year, which they should definitely take my vote this year. We're part of the press now. We have our own podcast.
Of course. So, we got to get a vote, right?
Yeah, we got to get a vote.
Insane. This is crazy.
Insane. But, yeah.
Send us the mail. We'll vote.
Send us.
Even though it doesn't matter anymore. But
yeah, it doesn't matter after this week because the college football playoff poll will come out, which I
love that. I like that. So, I don't have anything against it.
I feel like there is some bias in there, which they said there's no, but...
we got in it last year, though. We were 19, I think, right? Is the highest we got?
Game for the AP poll, I think. We got put in there, and then we lost that next week.
Yeah, Virginia Tech, right?
Right out.
You can't even blame the voters, because when you put a team like us in there that's, mid-major,
yep.
we got in there, we got our shot, and then... we lost the very next week.
Yeah.
So, it just makes it harder for them to put us in there. Even though we are 8-0, we're playing not that great of schools. But, we beat everybody in front of us. You can't blame Liberty for beating the teams that we play.
Beating the teams we're supposed to beat.
Yeah, exactly.
Going and, just barely beating Houston, but, we had to... we play to our opponent. It looks like now. We definitely.
Yes, we play down to our opponent, and another team that does that.
Georgia.
No.
Oh.
UNC. Let's talk about it.
Now this man right here is a big UNC fan, and he just loves UNC.
I just feel like UNC has one of those games a year. It's either the Georgia Tech, Virginia. Florida State, we lose to Florida State every single year. It just is what it is. But let's talk about Virginia for a second. And I'm not giving them a cop-out, UNC. But they're a tough-minded, physical, blue-collar team. And, I don't know, they just punched us in our mouth. Who did they play the week before us? Duke?
Maybe.
And I think Duke, they had it close with Duke. Or they played with somebody. I can't remember off the top of my head who they played. But, it was a close game, and UNC just some late turnovers, late penalties, the late holding call, the controversial holding call. It's just nothing worked out. You got to try to. I think we play Georgia Tech this week. You just got to try and bounce back from that.
I'm looking at these stats for QBs right now because I was just wondering about something. Where Caden Salter was. Going back on that.
Okay.
Caden Salter has not completed 100 passes on the season. He's only thrown the ball 167. Yes, we are a run team. And that's crazy. He's still 50th with 1,662 passing yards. Everybody is in 130s and above on the top 50. This man has one of the highest completion average in the nation. Third, it looks like, behind Jaden Daniels and...
Hold on, Daniel Hinshaw Jr. run for the touchdown. Kansas 32-27, about to be 33-27, but go ahead.
So good.
Go ahead.
Georgia's driving down the field.
Go ahead.
That's Florida now. But, that's still crazy that's happening right now. We're not throwing the ball that much, but he's still top 50 in passing.
And don't get it confused. He can sling that sucker.
And he can run the ball like crazy.
He runs. You look at a quarterback like that, and you just say, why isn't he top 10?
I don't know why he's not. He's probably close up there. But I think it's
top 15. I would give him top 15.
They're looking at the stats of passing.
They're looking at the passing stats and the opponents played. And
they're not looking at the other things. Interception. How many times he's passed the ball in how many yards. Because I bet if he passed it 40 more times, he would be top 5 in passing right now. If we just passed the ball.
Kansas went for 2 and they did not get it. So they're down.
Way to get upset.
Yeah, they are up 5 with giving Oklahoma the ball with 12 minutes left. Continue.
They just have to do what they got to do to win that game. But what's the next thing on our list?
So NFL. We want to talk some NFL game picks. We can chop it up with that. So let me pull those up on my computer. Who do your Saints play this week?
Saints play. I think we play the Colts.
I think you told me that earlier this week, so I do think you're correct about that.
Yes, we play the Colts. Now, we had Buffalo and Tampa Bay. Buffalo almost lost to Tampa Bay. If the Tampa Bay receiver just turned around probably a half a second earlier, he would have probably caught that ball in the end zone. And so that was a good game. Josh Allen had 324 yards. James Cook only had 67 yards rushing and like 6 yards receiving on one pass.
They don't give him the ball much, do they?
They don't, but they need to because they need to run out the clock because they were up 24 to like 10. And they could have kept on going.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Now, your Cowboys. Yes, this man is a Cowboys fan.
A very big one. A committed, actual Cowboys fan in the house.
So, day one.
Day one. Day one, literally out the womb. Day one.
Now, they play L.A.
Yes, we do.
So, let's start with
America's team, shall we? Okay, so
at 1 o'clock on Fox.
My take with this game, the Rams ain't stopping the line. And it's not just the line. You got Osa Digizua on the line. You got DeMarcus Lawrence off the edge. Micah off the edge, off the right edge. I mean, it's just I don't know how you can stop it, and I don't think their offensive line is very talented, is it? Because they lost
some guys, but I think they're doing pretty good anyway.
They're
doing decent.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys have won the last 3 or 4 games against the Rams. Actually, so if history has anything to say, it will be a Cowboys W. Hopefully, my score prediction, I think Dak comes out and lights it up tomorrow and puts his name in the MVP case. Yes, I said it, the MVP case.
Last time he played against the LA team, I mean. He did pretty good.
Yeah. Actually, this will be. I think this will be our 3rd LA team in a row. Because San Fran.
That's a California team.
Yeah.
Not LA.
Well, you know what I mean. California team. San Fran, the Chargers, and then the Rams. But this time it's in the Big D, Arlington.
All right. So I'm just gonna go.
Fort Worth.
I'm just gonna go down the list of teams that are playing, and you're just gonna give me. Who do you think you're going to win?
Go ahead.
All right.
You already know I'm taking the Dallas.
I'm also going to give my opinion, too. I'm going to go first and you.
Okay.
All right.
We'll just each game, you go first, I'll go, you go. All right.
Minnesota versus Green Bay. It's at Green Bay. I'm going to have to say, I know Green Bay, I mean, they've been playing good.
I don't know. They've been struggling. Jordan Love struggled last week.
I know.
Real big.
But Green Bay's probably one of the better teams in that conference right now. Other than the Lions. And the Lions struggled last week.
I mean,
so it's either going to be
NFC South goes through Detroit right now, which is something. NFC North goes through something. That's something I thought I would never say.
That's something never thought, especially without Matthew Stafford.
I don't know. Jared Goff's really solid though.
Yeah.
Really solid.
All right. Green Bay, Minnesota. I'm going to go with Minnesota. I think they finally get it this week.
I think Minnesota gets it. I think Minnesota gets it too. I mean, did you watch? What was it, Thursday night? Versus 49ers?
Oh, yeah.
They clamped down. So,
all right,
we'll see.
Here's the next one. Tennessee, Atlanta. Now, it's at Tennessee. Tennessee doesn't have their quarterback, Tannehill. They're going to be splitting with QB. One's going to do good, and they're going to swap it in the other one. Or someone's going to do bad and cost the game. And Atlanta might just... I mean, they're good on defense. I think they'll win. Atlanta wins this game right here. What do you think?
It's not at home.
It's in Tennessee.
It's in Tennessee.
So Desmond
Ritter. Well, he did already lose at home.
He lost at home.
So maybe that magic's gone. I think I'm going to take Atlanta only because of the fact they have 2 quarterbacks starting for Tennessee this week, and you know the old saying: if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. So we'll see. I think Will Levis is getting the nod to start. No.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And then Malik will come in like...
Well, I'm excited to see Will Levis play. I mean, we'll see.
He doesn't have mayonnaise in his cup before.
Yeah, well, he might. That might help.
Indianapolis versus New Orleans. In Indianapolis. Now, I think this is our week, finally. I think this is when we put everything together, guys. I'm a big Saints fan. And so I think this is when the Saints put everything together. Derek Carr finally doesn't do bad. Chris Olave doesn't go too fast. And, our defense will step up like they always do. So,
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
All right, I'll give you the pass on
to
that
their
one.
play. they step up good. I mean, we have one of the better corners in the league right now. We have
Fact.
one of the better middle linebackers in the league. We have one of the better veteran right ends in the league with Cam Jordan.
Fact.
And we have some good guys growing at corner right there. Taylor and
Adebo,
yeah. And so I think we win this game just because Gardner Minshew's playing, but Gardner
Minshew is good, and that's where I'm going to take my pick. I'm going to go with the Colts. Okay, but listen, it's not just because you're a Saints fan. I'm taking the Colts only because I think Gardner Minshew is that guy. I'm not going to lie. I seen it firsthand last Christmas Eve against my Cowboys, and he lit it up. And he lit it up. And if you give him a team in a couple weeks to start, he can win you a bunch of games.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you, so I'm gonna take Gardner Minshew and the Colts.
So this one's gonna be a quick fire round, okay? We're gonna do about a couple in a row.
Okay.
Okay, really quick, no explanation. We're just gonna say it.
Okay.
All right. So first one, New England, Miami. I'm gonna go Miami right there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Miami. I think the speed's too much for New England's corners.
The battle of the I forget how.
Or secondary, whatever.
New York versus New York. The battle of the. I forget what they call it. The battle of the.
I don't know.
Subway. Subway series. That's what they call it in the MLB. The Subway series.
Okay, we'll say that. I have no idea.
I think it's like something else, but it's at MetLife. Giants are home. It doesn't matter because it's New York versus New York. I'm still gonna go with the Jets. What about you?
I think I'm gonna. Can I do a little bit of an explanation here?
All right.
Okay. I think I'm gonna take the Jets still, but don't count out Tyrod Taylor.
Okay.
He's looked rather fantastic these past couple weeks.
Okay.
And it brings up the question. I'm gonna ask you this question: Daniel Jones or Tyrod Taylor?
Tyrod Taylor.
Really?
Daniel Jones is not that guy, pal.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
All right.
I know this is a quick fire round.
Jacksonville, Pittsburgh.
You go first.
Pittsburgh. No, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. No, I'm gonna swap that. Jacksonville, just because Jacksonville, it's gonna be Jacksonville.
Since they still have Matt Canada, I'm gonna take the Jaguars.
All right, this one's gonna be easy for you. Philadelphia or Washington?
I'm
gonna go Washington.
Really?
Yeah.
Truthfully.
No.
So who are you taking?
I'm gonna go the Philadelphia Bulldogs.
All right.
That's we know they're all just dogs.
I'm gonna Do you want my unbiased pick or you want my biased pick?
You can do both.
Okay, my unbiased pick. Obviously, I think I'm gonna take the Eagles, and I will say this is unbiased because I have no bone in the. I have no fight. Okay. So, the Commanders beat the Eagles last year.
They did.
And this Eagles defense, in my opinion, isn't as good as it was last year.
Probably not. But they did just get a safety.
I'm gonna take the Eagles, but my biased pick would obviously be I don't like either team, so I'm gonna take the Eagles. I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Continue with
in a good game.
With the quick fire.
All right.
Houston, Carolina. I'm gonna go. Carolina gets their first dub of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I'm gonna take Houston.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Houston.
Cleveland versus Seattle. Cleveland's been playing good. Seattle's just been playing kind of different, Seattle.
Cleveland? You're taking Seattle.
I'm gonna go.
Really? I'm taking the Browns. The Browns have been going crazy. Is Deshaun Watson starting?
No, he's not.
He's not. PJ Walker is. PJ Walker's been doing better than Deshaun Watson. Seattle. He's been doing better than Deshaun Watson. Okay, but
Kansas City, Denver.
I'm gonna take Kansas City.
We are all gonna take Kansas City. Baltimore, Arizona. I'm gonna go Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. Actually, Baltimore.
Cincinnati, San Francisco. I'm going to go with San Francisco just because it's at San Francisco.
I'm going to go Cincy because I don't like the 49ers. No, that's not the reason. But I do think this is the game where the Bengals can come out and they can assert their dominance because, they've had kind of a slow start. They kind of do that every year, though. Because I remember last year they did that. We beat them last year at the beginning of the year. I'm going to go the Bengals because plus Sam Darnold is the quarterback, and I'm not saying.
Oh, I forgot about.
Yeah, I'm not saying Sam Darnold is a scrub. I don't think.
I don't even think
they don't have Debo either. No.
I might have to change my pick to Cincinnati. I didn't even think about that.
Hey.
All right.
I got you.
We'll be waiting all day.
By the way, put your life savings on this.
If you bet.
If you bet on a fake bet.
Yeah.
Just in your head.
We'll be waiting all Sunday night for this game. Chicago versus Los Angeles Chargers. I'm going to have to go with the Bears.
No way.
The Bears.
No way.
Yeah.
With Badgett starting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Justin Fields starts this week.
No, he's not playing this week. No.
I thought it said he was.
No, he's not. He's not playing this week. He broke his finger.
I'm going to go with the upset.
Okay.
The Bears.
I'm going to go the Chargers because, yeah.
The Bears. That's also fun to say.
Well, you didn't pick Dallas versus...
Oh. We're going to skip that part.
No.
Right, it's going to be Dallas who wins that game.
All right.
I just didn't want to give you the...
All right.
that. Monday Night Football with the Manning cast on. Detroit versus Las Vegas.
We are not watching the Manning cast.
Okay.
But it does have the Manning cast. Yes, I'm just kidding. I really don't care.
I'm going to go with Detroit there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
think Las Vegas is having their starter key back.
I'm gonna go Detroit.
All right, what's next on our thing?
I'm gonna go Detroit. The World Series. What a game last night! What an end.
Game 1 last night came with a 2 home runs in the ninth. I think it was 2 home runs in the ninth. I'll check it real quick.
Let's just talk about this brother from Texas. Garcia,
I always been high on Garcia.
I mean,
one of my favorite Texas Rangers.
What is the deal?
He's been doing good and he'll go back down. He'll be doing good and he'll come back down. Now they do have this young dude playing this year. He'll be a rookie next year because of how MLB does it. But Evan Carter, a true Jesus lover. Yes, we will be talking about Jesus on this podcast sometimes. He really showed up last night. I know he got. I think he got the first hit. This game went. Oh wait, no, not in the ninth. They tied it in the ninth, and they walked it off in the 11th. It's still
what crazy. A game! What a game for the game one of the. And look, I don't even talk about baseball a lot or watch it that much, but you just got to be impressed with what he's doing right now.
Right now.
I mean, it's just. Baseball is a game of runs, and I think even more than basketball is because, it's just if a team gets hot like you guys did without Ronald Acuna that one year, you guys were just hot.
We were just hot.
And who was that guy for you that, gosh, what's his name? But was really good for you guys in the playoffs that year.
So we had all the people that we traded for: Jock Peterson, Jorge Soler, and
that's what I'm talking about. Soler
hit that bomb.
Yes, but that's the one I'm talking about. I remember that.
No, both of these teams only were 90 wins and under this year. This is the lowest World Series amount of wins going into the World Series by both teams. I think Diamondbacks were last team in. I might be wrong on that. I think they were probably. One of the last two. I know that. And then you have... No, they weren't. They were the second to last because Miami was. And Texas did not win the division. I think they were second in the division. But no. The Diamondbacks were all the way at 91% to win the game in the top of the ninth. And then it was just a huge game. Evan Carter, the left fielder, went 2 for 6. That's kind of good. No one else had double hits except for Josh Jung, and Garcia, which Garcia just went off. Garcia had 2 RBIs, 1 home run, 1 run from the home run. Evan Carter had 1 run and 1 RBI. That's still crazy. And now the only thing I see about the Rangers and the Diamondbacks, the Rangers went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitchers. Excuse me, in 11 innings, still a lot. And then
did Will Smith end it off last night?
5, 6, 7. The Diamondbacks went through 7. No, he went. It was Jose Leclerc.
Okay.
He went the last 2 innings. Will Smith came in during the 9th.
Didn't he used to?
He used to play for.
Yeah,
yes, he played for the Braves.
Yeah.
He won, and then he went to Astros last year.
Okay.
And he went to the Rangers, so he has a chance for 3 straight.
What a guy! What a guy!
It's still crazy.
Yeah.
Now, my prediction for tonight's game, I think Texas is still gonna win because I think.
You know what?
I'll see who's on.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's a sweep. 4-0.
You think there's gonna be a sweep?
4-0 in the World Series. Yes, I do.
On the pitch versus Merrill Kelly. I think Merrill Kelly. They're 3. Montgomery's 3-0. Kelly's 2-1. Pretty good ERA. Both get strikeouts. Not a lot of 2 and 3 home runs. So, I think we'll be good.
So what's your prediction for the? Who do you think's gonna win it all?
I think we'll still beat Texas.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think most of everybody thinks it's gonna be the Rangers. So.
So, I think.
I think we're gonna take a quick break for. It's gonna be a second for you guys, probably about 5 minutes for us. We'll see you guys when we get.
All right, so we're back, guys, and so.
By the way, I apologize for my mic. I think it might have been really loud.
Yeah,
really loud the past few minutes. So we'll try to get that fixed. Do you remember? It's just our first episode.
Yeah, there'll be some mess ups. But
let's talk about one of the best sports in the world. Top 2, and it's not 2 sometimes, but right now it's 2 in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
the NBA.
The NBA, the National Basketball Association.
Now let's just say our teams real quick, or your player that you very fantasize over. So
the GOAT, LeBron, the King, the GOAT, LeBron James.
All right, so my team is the Atlanta Hawks. So we're going to talk about something else.
No. Let's talk about the Atlanta Hawks because last night they went down 0-2, so they're on pace.
We were down by 7, went all the way back. Clint Capella can't dunk the ball.
Almost only counts as...
The ball was in the hoop and he dunked it too hard and it went flying out.
What does it say on your schedule?
0-2.
An L. Okay, so I think the Hornets are 2-0. They're on pace for 82-0. The best record of all time, and I think they're gonna do it. And I'm playing, but
no. So, I think the Hawks might have unlocked their beast this year.
If you're talking about Jalen Johnson,
I'm talking about Jalen Johnson.
You're wrong.
Jalen Johnson, I'll bring up his stats right now.
And I may be wrong about Jalen Johnson just because I'm a little bit biased because of UNC, but
I'll put up. I know our points per game leader is
obviously Trae Young.
Trae Young with 20.5.
Which isn't that great as a team leader.
But he's also averaging 10.5 assists.
I'm not saying...
Right now it's 10.5 assists, but points per game, Jalen Johnson has 16. He has not started a game and only has 29 minutes. And
that total? 29 minutes average.
Oh,
that's a lot.
It's 16. He's averaging 16. He's still getting 8 rebounds a game, 2 assists, 1.5 steals, 1 block, only 1.5 turnovers, 1.5.
What is this? His third year? Fourth?
I can't remember.
I think it's his third.
I think it's his third.
Yeah.
He's only 21. I think 22.
Yeah, I mean he's really young.
He didn't
young. Play. He played what 10 games at Duke,
and that's why I think he was such a steal of that draft. But there were better players in that draft that year. But I mean, we have a young core. We have a good young core. AJ Griffin doesn't get that many playing minutes. He only got 9. But I think.
By the way, AJ Griffin is one of my favorite players out of Duke. And honestly, one of the only players that I tolerate out of Duke. We hate Duke over here. But AJ Griffin...
I mean, I kind of...
Such a solid guy.
He's such a good guy.
Such a good guy.
He's such a...
Down to earth. Watch his TikToks, man. He's just such a great guy.
So fun to watch.
AJ, come on the pod.
Yeah, AJ Griffin, if you want to come on the podcast one day, we'll gladly accept you. I know we have a long list for people that want to be on the podcast.
If you ever come to, Washington's only a couple hours away. Yeah. Charlotte's only 2 hours away, 3 hours.
We got Liberty Convocation. I mean, I don't know.
We're just putting it out in the air.
Yes.
Right
now, 6th man of the year for me, Jalen Johnson. He'll be 6th man.
Right now, through 2 games, you might be right.
Might be right.
But
he's also dunked over 2 guys last night.
I mean, we always knew he could dunk. We always knew he could dunk.
Over 2 guys in the paint.
I mean, dunking is dunking.
Over 2 guys in the paint. Both in the air.
I'm not even saying.
And 1. And then he did it the next quarter over another guy.
Look, I'm not saying as a bad thing. I'm just saying we always knew he could dunk. Can he get a consistent shot? And can he facilitate? Keep going.
Maybe. Maybe not. Now, yes, I feel like we're shooting too much. Trae Young's only shooting 22% from the field right now. Jalen Johnson's my king. 66.7 from the field. That's still good. And DeJounte Murray's shooting 35. I mean, DeJounte Murray's also kind of letting us down this year, but I feel like he'll come back. He's only averaging 14.5. It's only 2 games. You can't judge right now. Really.
DeJounte, I'm not going to lie to you. What did you guys trade for him? Did you guys use a first? I think you did.
No, seconds, maybe a first, and we got a first.
I think you did use a first. You might have swapped first round picks.
Yeah, swapped first and some other stuff. But DeAndre Hunter is really the star right now, 18 points a game. He's shooting 54 from the field. And, yeah, I mean, Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter.
DeJounte.
They're doing 88, 89 from free throw this year. And that's where Trae Young gets most of the points, shooting 11 free throws per game and 12.5 attempts. That's phenomenal.
It really is. And
he'll get there every game. He'll be that. He won't make a lot of shots, but he'll get to the free throw line, make every single shot, go back down the court, get the assist. Or get a steal, maybe. Or stop something.
DeJounte's good at defense.
Trae Young has been trying on defense, actually, the past 2 years.
I don't think he'll ever be a premier defender.
I think he's getting better than he was.
Yes, which isn't hard to do.
Let's do our picks for today, Saturday.
Today? Okay, let me pull them up on my computer. I know this wasn't planned, but I love it. I live for
picks today.
I live for this.
It'll be fun to just do picks for today.
Just quick fire?
Quick fire.
All right.
I'll tell you right now.
You go first.
There's only 1, 2, 3,
7.
4, 7 games?
Yep.
All right. Bulls Pistons, both 1-1 on the year. Bulls just hit it the first game winner of the year last night too.
Huh?
Alex Caruso hit a game winner last night.
Didn't Donovan Mitchell have one?
Oh, then I guess second one. But Alex Caruso was a 3, I think. Dude, I'm gonna go.
Donovan Mitchell's was too, and it was. I had a fake parlay. For Donovan.
Oh no! His was at the buzzer.
You're talking about like a buzzer beater. Okay. All right, go continue.
We like to do like fun parlays with each other. Like, you don't think he'll get that? You know what? I think he will.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
And then winner has to give the other person a plus swipe. So that's how we do food here. Grizzlies versus Bulls versus Pistons. I picked the Bulls. What do you think? What about you?
Give me Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and the boys from Detroit, the Pistons.
All right, now Memphis Grizzlies versus the Wizards. Is John Morant playing right now?
No, he is suspended for 25 games.
Okay, so
this is only the 3rd game.
Yeah, so he has 23 more to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Grizzlies get one tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Grizzlies get one tonight. I think they're 0-2, but I think they've played 2 pretty difficult teams. If I could pull it up, they played last night. I think they played last night, didn't they?
And the Nuggets.
Yeah, they played the Nuggets, the defending champions. Obviously.
Oh wait, they played last night? No, that was Thursday. So they got a day's rest. Okay, this one.
No, that was yesterday.
That was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was yesterday, and then I think they played the other day too. I cannot for the life of me remember who they played. But the Pelicans. Okay. I mean, that's not a terrible team.
Now here's the other one. Knicks versus Pelicans. Knicks just played last night, a late game too, and they had to travel to New Orleans today to play at 7.
Okay. Do you have a little soft spot in your heart for New Orleans? I've always wondered that. Do you kind of like New Orleans?
I like Zion. Zion's pretty good. I like Zion. I think the Pelicans will win this game though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Pels in a good one. I think it'll be a good one. I think it'll be a nail biter.
That pick was for our boy Drew.
Yeah.
Drew.
Hey, Drew, we miss you. Come get on the pod, Drew.
Yeah. All right, Pacers, Cavs.
Give me the Cavs.
The Cavs. I'm gonna go. They actually start our king from Liberty. Darius McGee.
He ain't starting.
He'll play 1 minute and hit a game.
Darius, we love you, man.
Come on the pod. All right, I think Pacers might win this. Donovan.
Is Darius on the? Is he on the main roster or?
He might be on like the G League. No, they signed him for like.
Which is still phenomenal.
Oh my goodness! Georgia threw a 41-yard pass to my king, Lad McConkey. Look at this part. Look at catches the ball. Yeet. Going down the field. He just keeps on running. He's going to get there. Touchdown. We're up 10-7 right now. All right, back to our pick.
Solid play.
Carson Beck isn't all about checking down. He's actually throwing it down the field.
We'll see.
I knew that from him.
We'll see. Hey, but was that Carson? Was that Beck or was that McConkey with the run after catch?
McConkey Carson Beck gave him the 20 yards downfield. McConkey got the other 21.
Okay.
So
I'm just saying. I mean, he's not airing it out.
He's not airing it out, but he has aired it out. I feel he has a better arm than Stetson. Don't throw it downfield. Stetson could get it down the field, and receivers would have to drop back a little, slow down, and they would catch the ball, and they would catch it and fall to the ground.
Do you think Georgia's three-peating? Honestly, try to be unbiased. Because I think it's a consensus right now that they're more beatable the past 2 years than they've been.
Yes.
Or that they're more beatable this year.
I don't think they should let Michigan in if they do fine, because why are we going to have a season where they figured out that they are cheating? They've done all this, and we're still going to let them play for a national championship?
Is it still being investigated right now?
Yes.
Okay, so it's innocent until proven guilty. Remember.
No. They found a lot of evidence.
Okay, but it's not ruled yet, though, is what I'm saying.
But they just implemented Beat Georgia drill after last year, where they had the same guy go to Georgia games. They said, watch out. They told the players to look at these signs. They're fake signs. Don't worry about them. So that's why TCU upset Michigan. I don't think Michigan's that good of a team. Oh, they are good. That's
a crazy statement.
No. I think they're here right now with sign stealing. Georgia, Michigan. I think Michigan would be like right here. They're using the little bit of edge.
So who do you think is, if Georgia's right here, who do you think's right here?
Who's in between?
Yeah.
It's going to go Florida State, Washington, Ohio State are my other 4 teams.
I think Ohio State's way better than Washington.
Those are just 4 teams. The other 3
I'm just
teams
saying
without mixing it up.
Yeah.
All 4 teams have had close games. Michigan's the only one. Michigan's the only one that has just sign stealing. So,
all right, hey, we'll see.
NBA. Pacers, Cavs. We already said that. Who do you have? I said Pacers.
76ers, Raptors. Let me take the boys from Toronto, the Raptors, because I don't think I can't go with any Philly sport. Which I don't mind the 76ers.
I don't think James Harden plays again tonight.
No, he's not. He's not in Toronto.
I don't think Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid might, but
Joel Embiid is playing, and Tyrese.
I know. I don't think they can. I mean, maybe. I'm gonna go with
Is Tyrese Maxey making that jump to a superstar?
He might be, and they might have James Harden might be leaving a little too early. So I'm gonna.
Hey, if you're the Lakers, and I know we always talk about the Lakers for trades.
Yeah.
But if you're the Lakers right now, do you look and see what the price for James Harden would be?
I don't see why not. Anybody's not. Not doing it. I don't know why.
Probably because of the salary they got to pay him. But the Lakers, if anybody can do it, the Lakers.
The team that has the most money should. I mean, the teams that have the money and that want to win right now.
Which is the Lakers.
Yes. Or a team that.
Which the Lakers made a lot of good offseason pickups. Who'd they pick up? Gabe Vincent, Christian Wood, Cam Reddish, which he hasn't really played out in the NBA that much.
All right, last 2.
Okay.
Let's do these quick.
Okay.
Heat and Timberwolves. I'm going to go with the Timberwolves. They'll get their first win. Anthony Edwards will carry again.
He's a dog.
He is a dog.
He's good.
He is from Georgia.
He's very good.
Dog.
Did you guys, by the way, did you see his shoe commercial the other day? He was throwing some shade on other people's shoes.
Oh, no, I did not.
Yeah, everybody go check that out. That was crazy.
All right, who do you have?
I'm going to go Heat.
Okay. Jazz versus Suns. I think this is easy. Jazz are playing,
Hold on now.
I think it will be the Suns.
Not so fast.
It's in Phoenix, too.
Not so fast. Yeah, I'm taking the Suns.
Yeah, that's the Suns. Well, all right. Now we're going to do
This is going to be my favorite segment.
The real A-list.
The real A-list.
The real A-list. We're throwing shade out here.
We're throwing shade after shade.
All right.
Crazy.
Top 5 QBs in NCAA and NFL. Who do you got for NCAA top 5 right now for you?
You know, I was outside and I had a revelation, Raleigh.
Who is it?
And I'm going to say this right now. Instead of top 5, what if we do the RH3 list?
Oh, the RH3. The top
3. Because if you guys didn't know.
My full name is... I'm the third, so.
Raleigh Hagler the third.
Hagler.
It's Hagler.
All right. Top 3 QBs.
Yeah, we'll do top 3. Top 5's a lot because he kind of gets into the
kind of get into like but this.
I'm gonna go. Gosh, this is a hard one. I think.
By the way, Brylan Green is tied for first with 5 picks.
Okay.
I just saw this with Jeremiah Cooper and Maxwell Hairston.
Good.
Kentucky and Iowa State.
But I think he is definitive first with safeties.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Top 3 QBs in NCAA. Michael Penix Jr.
Is this your? Are you going 3-1 or 1-3? Let's go 3-1.
3-1.
Let's build the anticipation. Is Michael Penix your number 1?
Right now, he's playing like it. Now, if it wasn't for one game where they didn't score anything, I don't know if they played today.
I don't think they did. I think they're on a bye.
Maybe they play tonight.
I don't know.
They play Stanford tonight.
Okay.
Maybe he,
If this is a game for him to go off and show his dominance, this is it. But say you're 3.
All right. I'm gonna leave somebody out that people might not think should be left out. So Penix is number 1. So I'm gonna go 3, and then we'll do 2. That might be more.
Just go 1, 2, 3 now.
All right.
You already
2.
said 1.
I can't put him in here, and I'm not.
Who are you not putting in there? Let's do one honorable mention.
Honorable mention?
Yeah.
Caleb Williams.
Really?
I don't see it.
Really?
I don't. How are you not leading your team? You're supposed to be the best player. You're supposed to be this. You're supposed to be that.
Generational is what we heard.
I think he's 4th. Right there.
Okay.
Another honorable mention.
Okay.
It depends on what he does.
Another honorable mention?
I'll do 2 more.
No, just do 1. Just do 1. Just do 1. Because then it just turns into a top 5 again.
Jaden Daniels.
That's your number 2?
No, that's my honorable.
No, don't do another honorable mention.
I'm just telling you. Shador Sanders.
It's 2?
Oh, I thought it was going 3. I don't know why I thought 3. Shador is 3.
Okay, say your top 3 right now. Because you're confusing the audience.
Shador Sanders, number 3. Drake May, number 2.
Okay.
Even though he sucked last week.
No, he really didn't.
And Michael Penix Jr. Now, I think those 3 are the best QBs in the NCAA right now.
Let's talk about Drake. Don't be throwing shade at Drake May because the defense turned into the last year's defense of old.
Yes. Drake May is also doing 65.4 completion percentage, and one of the higher ones. Jaden Daniels, yes, is throwing 73%, and has 3 picks, but LSU only has how many? Has like 1 or 2 losses. And
alright, let me do my top 3.
He doesn't play good in big games.
Let me do my top 3.
In my opinion, yes, he did play. They lost to FSU this year. I mean, like
who?
LSU.
Oh yeah. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna do 1 to 3 since that's what you did.
He's gonna be looking up the 1 to 3 best QBs of all
in
the NCAA. That's what he's gonna be doing.
I'm looking that up.
All right, there you go.
I'm not looking that up. I'm gonna say my number 1. I'm gonna have to say Penix. Only because, I mean, he's kind of been dominant. They're undefeated. I mean, he has the stats for it. So we'll say he's 1. Number 2, I'm gonna go Drake May. Number 3, I'm gonna go Caleb Williams. I feel like you have to put in Caleb Williams.
Is 4, but you don't beat the same team 2 years in a row. The past 3 times you haven't beat this team.
Some teams just have your number, and that's just the truth about it.
I just think that I don't think USC is that good. I think they'll drop out of the top 25 one time this year. I don't think they finish top 25.
We're not doing top 5 teams.
I'm just telling you they're not going to finish. No, not top 5, top 25. They're dropping out.
I'm just saying we're not doing top teams. We're doing quarterbacks.
All right.
NFL top 3. I'll go first. Number 1. Unbiased? Number 1. Dak's not going to be in the top 3, guys. Okay? Dak's not going to be in the top 3. Number 1, I mean, you just got to go Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to. He's the best quarterback in the NFL, one of the most talented players ever. And I'm going to go number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, I'm going to go number 2 is Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson is tearing it up. He's had one awful game. Or not he didn't play awful.
He's right outside for me.
He's right outside the top 3?
Probably
okay. Okay. We'll do. I mean, he's got to be top 3 for me, just because he's him.
Okay.
Number 3. Let me go. How can you not say Brock Purdy? I know it's crazy.
Because he dumps it off to Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel.
Okay. Let's talk about it then. Because if that's all he does, let's talk about your guy Carson Beck. If that's all he has to do, then he is what he is. Okay, Brock Purdy.
There are some the playmakers will be playmakers.
Yes, they will. And when are we going to start talking about C.J. Stroud in the top 3? He's played like it.
I think he's top 10 right now. Probably top 7. If we're going to cut it off somewhere, I think
the Panthers are pissed. The Panthers are really mad.
All right, my top 5.
We're doing top 3.
Our top 3. I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes, number 1.
Okay. Predictable.
I can't think of the name. I don't know why I can't think of the name.
What teams he play for?
I can't even. Hold on.
What team does he play for?
Jalen Hurts is number 2.
Really? Are we gonna talk about it? Because let's have an argument right here. The most turnovers out of any quarterback in the NFL right now.
If he fixes that, yes, he's Okay, wait. You know what?
You can't say that.
You
can't say that.
Let me take a step back.
You can't say if he fixes that because
Tua is right there with him. Those are my top 3, and I think you could swap Tua and Jalen. Just because Jalen can, he's one of the higher completion percentage. He has good, just playing well, and it's not just like we say. We shouldn't just be looking at passing. We should be looking at running.
That's fine. That's fine. But if you want to look at that, look at Josh Allen.
Yes,
but
Josh Allen also has 8 picks.
What about Jalen Hurts?
He also has 8 picks.
Okay, so you can't.
Josh Allen, I think, is 4 or 5. But the past couple of games, he has thrown.
He's thrown
4 or 5 picks in the past 3 games.
I just don't see how you put a quarterback that has the most picks and the most fumbles out of any quarterback right now. I just don't see how you put him in the top 3. I think C.J. Stroud has played better than.
C.J. Stroud is only 10th in throwing right now. Yes.
With a bad team.
Yes.
Jalen Hurts has A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders.
Okay.
C.J. Stroud has
no one.
Tank Dell.
All right, I'm gonna change it then.
Instead of Jalen
Hurts, yeah, sure.
All right.
Instead of Jalen Hurts, I'm putting Derek Carr as number 3.
Right.
Derek Carr,
that's gonna be the end.
Derek Carr to the Super Bowl. Who that say they're gonna beat them Saints?
All right, do your real top 3 now.
All right. Instead of Jalen Hurts, you know what? You help me change someone.
You want me to help?
No, I'm just saying you help me put somebody else there.
Okay, who?
I guess since I said he was 4, I'm going to have to put Josh Allen there.
At 3?
Yes.
Okay, who's 2?
Tua.
2? Okay. I can see that.
Because, look, Josh Allen's also my QB in fantasy in both of my leagues, so I can see him. I see him every week and how he does. He's the number 1 QB in passing. He's the number 1 QB in touchdowns. He's number 1 QB in a lot of stuff. And he's number 1 fantasy QB. So he has to be top 3. But there are some things that have to be worked on.
Obviously.
So, alright guys, well that's the end of our first podcast today. Please tell if you like this. Any questions you want,
put them in the comments.
Put them in the comments.
You know what? We'll put your comments into our questions.
We'll even announce you out. We'll say something. If you like this podcast, please like and share and subscribe to the podcast.
Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys.
Please post it on Instagram if you want.
Hey!
We have Instagram.
Hold on. Before, I just thought of this. Is Lamar Jackson not in your top 3?
Top 5.
Noted.
He's 5th.
Noted. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.
But yes, thank you. Y'all have a good day.
This has been Parker
and Raleigh on the Sports Blitz Podcast.